What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be going over a theory that I have about The Flash Season 9, Episode 10. Now, guys, recently, of course, we got the trailer for The Flash Season 9, Episode 10, which revealed some very interesting stuff about the episode. It's looking to be like a full circle moment between, the Flash missing, vanishes, and Crisis stuff from The Flash Season 1, where we have the Flash and Reverse Flash fighting and going back in time to that night to where Nora Allen was murdered. But the thing is, how is this going to work? Because obviously the night of Nora Allen's murder has gotten extremely complicated since the show started. The last time we saw those events unfold, or the last time we saw that night, rather, there were 4 Barrys, including his younger self, and 2 Reverse Flashes. So what are they going to do now? Well, I have a few theories as to what could happen, so I'm assuming, they're going to explain the timeline of how all this is actually going to be happening in the episode, but the question is, how are they going to do it? Now, the first way that I think they could go about things, they could say that Barry, our Barry, becomes the original timeline Flash, and all we see is him and Thawne fighting in Barry's childhood home. Of course, in the other, the timeline that started the show, we would have had Season 1 Barry time travel back as well, Season 2 or 3 Barry, the Flashpoint Barry, the Flashpoint Reverse Flash, tons of other, versions of Barry and Thawne would be there, but this time it would just be our Barry and this version of Reverse Flash, and the reason that all those other, versions of the Flash and Reverse Flash wouldn't be there could be, because of timeline changes, right? So, Crisis, the Reverse Flashpoint, or the mini Crisis we just got in Season 9, Episode 9, or, just other time travel, stuff like that could definitely have an effect on the night that Nora Allen was murdered. I think that's definitely possible, and a decent way that could explain how our Barry becomes the original timeline Flash when, initially he, of course, wasn't supposed to be the original timeline Flash, but maybe now, because of, time travel and stuff, he's going to be able to be the original timeline Flash, and that would all work out. Another theory is that Barry would become the original timeline Flash, and we see him and Thawne fight in Barry's childhood home, like the previous theory. But this time we also see Season 1 and Season 2 Barry there as well, followed by Flashpoint Reverse Flash, who kills Nora after the original timeline Reverse Flash is erased from existence. So that's, of course, another possibility. They could just keep everything that we've seen so far happen that night, and then just sort of incorporate our Barry as the original timeline Flash. I think that's also possible, and it would be really cool to another full circle moment to see our original timeline Flash Barry say stop to the Season 1 Barry, don't save Nora. That would be such a cool moment, which is why I would really like to see this as well. But the first theory would be pretty cool as well. Another theory that I don't think is as likely as the other two is that our Barry here isn't going to be the original timeline Flash, and instead we see the original timeline Flash and maybe get a story of what actually happened in the original timeline. The only downfall with that is what's going to happen with our Barry. That's just like a huge teaser that didn't go anywhere. So that I wouldn't really like to see that. But I mean, hey, getting a story of the original timeline would still be cool. Although I really think that, they should have our Barry be the one that's fighting the Reverse Flash in Barry's childhood home. And, from the trailer, it does look like that's going to be the case. Now, another theory of, I guess, how Barry could be the original timeline Flash is that the blue crystal has something to do with it. Maybe the blue crystal has the power to, change the timeline, and that's how Barry actually gets to the year 2000 in the first place. So maybe Cobalt Blue has something to do with Barry being the original timeline Flash, or, I guess, just being in that place of the original timeline Flash fighting the Reverse Flash in Barry's childhood home. I think that would definitely make sense. But yeah, if I had to go with something, I'd say that the timeline changes, and our Barry is going to be the original timeline Flash and fight the Reverse Flash in Barry's childhood home and have a good full circle moment, which is just going to be absolutely awesome to see. And then lastly, guys, I don't know if they'd actually do this, but if we actually got a Flash missing, vanishes, in Crisis article in 2023 while Barry's stuck in the year 2000, I think that would be awesome to see as well. So we could have a storyline with the Flash and Reverse Flash in the year 2000, and then a storyline in 2023 with Iris writing a Flash missing, vanishes, in Crisis article. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, I don't know if that's exactly the most likely scenario, but I think I still think that would be awesome. But yeah, nonetheless, this Flash, Reverse Flash, presumable full circle moment here in Episode 10 is going to be great to see. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your thoughts on all this Flash and Reverse Flash stuff in Episode 10. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.